was your favorite character to draw and develop in DST? Why don't you answer that about Don't Starve or Reign of Giants, since that's what you worked on?
Yeah.
Or if you want to talk about, they're also asking like if there are characters that you drew and then scrapped or something like that that you liked.
Yeah. One of my favorites to work on was Chester, probably.
Yeah.
Just because he's all.
Yeah. He's become quite popular, I understand.
Yeah, it was cool because like our creative director did the initial design, and then he's like, here you go, then we have a rough idea what the function is. Again, like we talked about before, you know, we need something like a backpack, but that's cooler. But yeah, I got to animate him and get him in game, and then we like made the plushie and we made the toys, and it's really cool.
Yeah, what was that like to see like a plush
fun.
get made of a thing that you drew?
Yeah.
God, awesome.
Yeah, that's really fun. So yeah, Chester is one of my favorites. What's my favorite character or monster you've ever drawn? I really like doing Wigfrid as well.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's from Reign of Giants. The Viking character. We kind of based her off a rough design that we had scrapped from one of the characters of the original Don't Starve, the vanilla. She's just one of the characters that didn't get in, and so I took that and made her into a sweet Viking.
That's awesome to be able to resurrect that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was you that came up with her backstory too, right?
I feel like Matt must have been involved because he was Viking.
Yeah, I mean, Matt
I forget.
Matt was the one that insisted on us putting the umlauts on all of her dialogue, which I think was well worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. It's so hard to remember who created what because it will just be in meetings.
Oh yeah, like
so be funny. Like okay, let's put it in a game, and then we just
Kelly, like the majority of her day is making art, but like I could not tell you how many things on the design side of Reign of Giants came from conversations with you, or like sitting in a meeting with everyone, and it's just like, yes, we have designers, but we are more coders whose job it is to focus on design, but everyone really does contribute to the design.
Have you guys been watching questions? What else have we got? Why do you not attach to... They want to know why there's not a string on your face.
Because Matt, I didn't even realize we had this. It's awesome. Maybe next week
Stay tuned.
I'll just be this face, because I know you're all tired of looking at my actual face.
There's a question here. Am I into steampunk art? The Don't Starve art looks sort of steampunk style. Do you change the single drawing you made into an animation, or is it other animations? It is. I think you're asking like how, basically, kind of how we animate it.
I think she's
right?
wondering if you draw it and then other people animate it from your drawings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Usually we would we might get an initial sketch, like I said, from Jeff, but then we draw it, build it, and then animate those pieces. So I would do it myself. Like,
I mean, there were like a few cases where you would like draw a thing and then pass it off to Alan, or vice versa.
Sure.
But like for the most part, you like, if like for example the Cocoon, like I think you did that, right?
I think like I kind of threw the idea out there, and then I did a sketch, and then Alan, one of our animators,
but like
he built it and like changed the design of it. So
it is definitely a mix, but like there are plenty of times where like you will draw the initial like concept and then draw the build and then animate it too. Like it varies.
Yeah.
The artists in the company, and Kelly included, can do many styles. Like I mean, you're very good at the Don't Starve style, but that's not just your style. You can do many different art styles. So when the vision of the game was made, the artists were able to pick up that style and draw in that style. And I think that's one of the really amazing things about all the artists in our company.
Yeah. Very adaptable.
With her,
like if Kelly was asked to make a character for Invisible Ink, you'd be able to. I mean, you'd have to work with the artists that have been doing it now, but you'd be able to produce a new character for Invisible Ink. It would look like Invisible Ink character.
Yeah. Like Don't Starve initially, I wanted to work on the project because I do draw kind of like sketchy and messy already, and I like cutesy little stuff. So I was interested in doing Don't Starve because I like the art style, and it was easier for me. But that's not necessarily my art style. Like he was saying, part of your job, like when you're at school, you have to learn that is not about being an artist. Isn't about doing one style really good, or an animation artist about doing one style really good. It's about, you know, someone gives you something and be like, okay, make a character in this style or finish this scene in this style. So that's part of what you have to learn to do, is understand what the style is and then pick it apart and then redraw it.
It always blows me away when you guys do that.
So easy, Jason.
Looks like a few questions about like if you have any concept art up anywhere, or like a sketchbook online, anything like that.
Yeah, I have a Tumblr website. It's just kellygraham.ca. Just has like some of I do little fan art from indie games I'm playing and some Don't Starve stuff.
Oh yeah, we could even just close it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
that answer the question?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, you told them where they can find your artwork. I would say that answers the question of, can we see your art somewhere?
Yeah.
Boombox Beats asking if you decided to make the Bigfoot be a brain on a foot, and actually, so that exists because like we implemented the Bigfoot, and originally it just like cut off at the top, but players were able to like scroll the camera out far enough that they could see the top, and we wanted it to not just like end.
Yeah.
So
basically, we had to make it so enormous, and so Don't Starve is a funny mix because the ground plane is 3D, like an isometric view, but all the artwork is like 2D billboards. So sometimes things get awkward. For example, when we need to make something that's like so tall that it goes past the top of the screen, but like we physically couldn't make that creature any taller because just of the restrictions in Flash and how big the billboard was. So that was kind of one of our creative cheats, being like, it looks crappy when the art's just cut off, and like you can't leave that in there with a bug. So let's make a weird thing on top, so when people find it, I mean,
what was it that the like original thing that
there
we
was
put
an
up there?
alternate, yeah.
Yeah,
like
I loved that.
Alan drew a little shark, like in like a driver's seat, like in a cockpit. Like,
No. Well, he did that, and then he also did like the shark gnawing on the bone.
Yeah. It was like just a bone sticking up, and there was a shark gnawing on it. Yeah.
Best.
Yeah. I miss that shark. But the brain's pretty good too. I like the idea that it's like this sentient foot.
Awesome, yeah. I like stories like that.
Yeah. It's cool to like sort of see inside the sausage factory like that sometimes.
It's just a big sausage factory up in here.
Thanks, Kelly.
Let me tell ya. Let's get another question. Kelly, which game were you proud of out of your entire work? Here I worked on basically Mark of the Ninja and then Don't Starve. So both. I worked on Don't Starve a lot more, like like I said, about 2.5 years. So I feel like more of me went into that, but. Mark of the Ninja turned out pretty good too.
Yeah, that game's alright.
Yeah.
It may or may not have compelled multiple people that now work here to apply here. It's possible that's true.
Use that.
Yeah. James too, actually.
Yeah.
So we should probably start the giveaway.
Oh, we need Kelly. We need a word. We need a code word.
A keyword.
The keyword
for people to enter the giveaway for DST keys. What do you want it to be?
So I say word, and then they all type it in.
That's right.
Yeah, any word.
Ooh. Ready?
Do you remember what James did?
Is it word or like a phrase?
Whatever you want, but if it's a phrase, they have to type it in, so it's hard. Yeah,
has to be really fast.
What do you want it to be, Kelly?
Cocoon.
Yeah. How many O's? Just the normal. Cocoon. All right. Fine. All right. So exclamation point cocoon will enter you into our drawing for 5 more sets of Don't Starve Together keys.
Can you give us a cocoon hack?
Oh yeah, that was you.
It's just like the gross barfing sound, isn't it? Like the hairball sound.
Yeah.
Did they make another sound?
I don't even remember.
Did they make?
They do a weird little meows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like,
that's it.
Yeah.
To do a bunch of those.
God,
Matt made them sound cool. Thanks, Matt.
I was the one that ended up implementing that thing, and I made it like basically you feed the Kakuna thing, and then it plays with it, and then it's like a slot machine where it hacks up some number of times, and that corresponds to like the quality thing that it,
you get a
it
random
barfs
object,
up.
like-
So I've heard Klei make that noise a lot.
Sorry.
No, it's good. You grow. It's like Stockholm syndrome. At some point, you kind of grow fond of the like gross hacking noise.
Oh, bless you, Seth.
You hack up a nice hairball, Klei. Is what I'm saying.
I do have a cat.
That's true.
Heard it and I've seen it in action, so I'm good at that.
Plenty of first-hand research.
Have you ever had a cat with a tree with tinsel on it?
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing a story where like the cat eats so much tinsel
Yeah.
that they had to like take him to the vet and
Yeah.
get it pulled out.
Pulled
of his
out.
stomach.
Yeah. Sometimes they let it pass through, but it doesn't. It's messy anyway.
Cat stuff?
If any of you have had a cat with tinsel, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Matt.
Matt helped with the barking sounds. What's my cat's name? My cat's name. That was a question, by the way.
Yeah. Wasn't just the voice.
It's a weird story. My cat's name is Chicha.
Chicha.
It's not a real word. We named her. Okay, we got 2 kittens, my younger brother and I, at our family kittens, and I named mine Dude, and my brother named his Cheech. And they were like these 2 cute little sister cats. And my mom was like, "You can't name them that. Those aren't girl kitten names."
Did you watch a lot of Cheech and Chong as a
My
kid?
brother liked Cheech and Chong, and I was like, "Dude, sweet." I named my cat that. And so we ended up calling them like Duty and Chicha because they're these really cute little girl cats. So Chicha stuck. It makes no sense, but that's her name. Yeah.
That's cute, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the original names were Cheech and Dude.
My
super good.
first pet's name was Dude.
Really?
Yeah.
High
Yeah.
five.
Apparently that's a thing.
It was a gerbil though, so it would have been food for your cat.
Dude eats dude.
Dude eats dude.
There was a question that I saw there a couple times asking if I had done, I guess, like a concept art and then give it to someone else and it changed, and if I didn't like it anymore. I don't think that's the case because all the artists that we're working with on their project are super talented, and they wouldn't make something that was like ugly and unappealing. Most of the time, you're just like, does it work in game? You know, does it work with the character of it? I've definitely drew things and then they, give it to the other artist and it changes. But and if something was like wasn't working in game, like you can't read its eyeballs or it looks mad when it should be a happy character, then we would just deal with those things. But I would never be like, I hate this now. Whatever, mad. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, from my end, like, when we get art from you guys, the only times that I have really asked for revisions that I can think of are if, like, something is straight up not working, like there's a bug. It's never like, no, this isn't right. Like, our art is really good.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely iterate on it. It definitely looks...
It's almost always, it's like,
when you
this is
draw it.
better than I was thinking it was going to be.
Yes. Lots of times things look really different in game than they do when you're just drawing it on your like blank white piece of paper in Flash. They always look different in game, and you're like, oh, these colors don't work, or it looks really big compared to the other character. Like you always have to go back and forth. So you find a happy medium with most of the characters.
You got a few questions I saw rolled past a few times about if you were planning on going into art, or sorry, games with your art.
Yeah, that's a good question. I wasn't at all, actually. But just had more general animation in mind. Like, I thought I would work in movies or on a TV show. We have a lot of TV, like Saturday morning cartoon companies locally. But I kind of fell into games because just through who I knew, I started working here at Klei. And but I'm really glad I'm working in games. It's really fun. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it's like gotten me back into gaming from when I was younger. So I'm happy.
Right on. Couple more questions. Mark, our programmer who's sometimes on the stream, says, it looks like I am having a lot of fun without me. Why?
As I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, Klei's here. What is that? That's like a no-brainer. Hello? But someone earlier was asking if we're on Twitter. I am. Sir Rosen, SIRROSEN is my Twitter handle. I don't know if you guys are.
Do you tweet, Jason?
No.
No.
I'm a Luddite.
But you can follow Klei. Klei has a company account where we announce stuff and share some fan art and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm a visual person, so.
But you've got the
tweeting.
Tumblr.
Yeah, I do pictures, guys.
Yeah.
There was a question about why we made things in multiple planes in Mark of the Ninja.
Like the background.
There was front and background for parallaxing to like add depth to a 2D.
Yeah. We just do that just to, like Jason said, when you're doing 2D art, everything can look really flat. So we add lots of layers and effects to give you that feeling that you really are. There are depth, like there are mountains in the distance, and just basically for visual interest and to immerse you better in the world. So it's not just paper flat. Yeah.
Someone's asking about if Klei means clay. Yes, Klei is Dutch for clay.
Yeah.
It's never caused us any problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
Everyone perfectly understands how to pronounce our name. They know what it means.
Everybody knows it rhymes with play.
Yeah. I actually do think that having this thing called Rhymes with Play and doing it every week has helped.
Yeah, helped.
Yeah, totally. We have it on our business cards too.
Yep.
Not that we're like throwing them everywhere, but we've adopted that phrase that clay rhymes with play, and it's very helpful.
All right. Seems like the entries have kind of stopped rolling in. Why don't we go ahead and start rolling?
This is fun. Rolling a digital dice.
XX Red Nova.
That was different. It was someone else. Yeah, no, the avatar was different. That's a different person than last time.
Oh,
the name was
weird.
Similar, but
interesting.
Yeah.
You win. We're giving
5
5 sets of 2 keys for Don't Starve Together, so that people can play with a friend or an enemy. So congratulations, Red Nova.
Good job, Mr. or Mrs.
Next winner is
Cortical 35.
All right, Cortical 35. You also get 2 DST keys. Next, we've got
Rob J.
81. Rob J, maybe.
Rob
Probably not.
J.
It's got to be Rob J.
Rob J1. Rob J1.
These poor people are like, you guys, these are the only names that were left on Twitch. Leave me alone. I'm like, what is this?
It's my real name.
Come on.
I do love when someone has like a name that is like very clearly really unique, but then there's still a number at the end.
Yeah.
Unicorn Star Rainbow 29.
I'm always like, it's like, really? There was 42 before you on that day?
Carrots McDuff, you're the next winner.
Woo!
All right.
So much Don't Starve together.
And our
One
last
more.
winner for the first stream of 2015 is Midori?
No numbers. First.
Completely
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah,
Congrats.
that's the unicorn.
Sweet. So that's all the Don't Starve keys we've got to give away today. Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, those people that are still with us, because I think it's pretty late for some people.
Yeah,
So,
we've been going for a little while now.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back next week at 3:30 Pacific time on Thursday, and every Thursday following. Not sure what game we'll be playing next week, but it will not be a double feature like this. But yeah, we're going to try and keep cycling in some more people from different disciplines, get some new faces in here. Kelly will be back, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah. Sorry if we couldn't answer all your questions there, but we'll be back, and if you have very specific questions, you can go ask on my Tumblr account if you have a burning art question. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks for coming. Take care.